Coffee and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Krystal Paco, so glad you could join us. We first met him on Tuesday. Attorney Michael Caspino was announced as Executive Director of Hope and Healing Guam, a nonprofit organization separate from the church, tasked with addressing claims of clergy sex abuse. On Wednesday, Caspino interviewed with Jess Lujan on Isla 63, where he gave us a closer look at what happens when you call their hotline number.
Battling it out in the courtroom isn't the answer. This according to longtime attorney Michael Caspino, who's handled hundreds of cases of clergy sex abuse.
I've seen people who were compensated through the court system. Sure. And they killed themselves a year later. I saw that happen. Sure. I've seen people compensated and the money's gone within 6 months. Yeah. We really want a long-term solution here.
On Tuesday, Caspino was announced as Executive Director of Hope and Healing Guam, a newly formed nonprofit tasked with addressing claims both through settlements as well as counseling and spiritual guidance.
If you're someone out there who feels the tremendous strain of having been a victim and you don't have anyone to talk to and you need help, we're here for you. And the Archdiocese will pay for counseling, we'll pay for anything you need to get you better again. First off, you can call us anonymously. Okay. And you just tell us your initials, you can tell us anything. We'll give you a case number. And then within a few hours, we will call you back and say you have an appointment with this psychologist today at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. And you're going to set up as many appointments as you need, and we pay for it.
This is possible through the Archdiocese of Vigania's settlement fund established last month. In a press conference on Tuesday, the church assured they'll sell off as many assets as it takes to keep the fund healthy. As for timelines,
until every single victim is healed. That's how long this program is going to go.
To reach Hope and Healing Guam, call 1-888-649-5288.
It's quite a sight to see when you are in the island's capital, and we're talking about the Guam Museum. However, it's taking a bit longer than projected to get the final piece of the museum completed. Nick Delgado reports.
The Guam Museum has changed the face of downtown Hagåtña while offering all the best in culture and history of our island.
We're actually, shall we say, 80% finished.
But it's that final phase, the permanent exhibit on the second floor, that has hit yet another snag. As we reported, the exhibit was delayed to open this May, and now that date has been pushed even further. Department of Chamorro Affairs President Johnny Sablan says the term with off-island contractor Barry Howard ended at the end of March.
We had the original designer and contractor who was supposed to be vetting, making sure that the content is accurate and depicting our journey as the Chamorro people. And then I'm hearing that there are some issues as far as the storylines.
Now, a volunteer-based technical review committee is involved to ensure the story is told right, and the final phase of the museum is completed without more delays.
We're still following his design. After all, he's been working on it subcontracted under Andrew Cristobal. And their contract extension ended March 31st, and he was involved with Gita. They were involved with Gita on the contract. Gita came to us and says, hey, we think that Barry has contributed a lot, but when we've asked them, when do you think we might be able to complete this project, they're looking at the first quarter of 2018. So that's not very feasible for Gita, and of course for us, because we're losing $30,000. Well, let's just say money. We're losing money every day. We're not bringing in visitors from off-island because we can't sell the permanent exhibit.
Sablan says Galati Group is also offering additional services so they can get the final details of the permanent exhibit to the third-party fabricator in California. Gita's Real Property Division Manager Larry Tovas tells KUAM this delay could mean additional costs, though they continue crunching the numbers to try and stay within the $27 million price tag.
We really have great anticipation that we will do all the work necessary to complete this and have it completed for this year.
The new completion date for the permanent exhibit, Sablon says, is now in September, or at the very latest by this December. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi Nick Delgado.
The public should know what they can do to combat terrorism. As part of the national awareness campaign, a workshop next week on weapons of mass destruction. Special Agent John Kowach says everyday products in the hands of the wrong people can be very dangerous. He cites a case in Denver where a would-be terrorist drew suspicion from local retailers by buying up large quantities of bleach and hydrogen peroxide.
So they called the FBI. The FBI looked into it, and sure enough, that he was up to no good. And so when he decided to go from Colorado during his planning phase and go try to set off his attack in New York, he was apprehended before he had a chance to go through this plan.
The FBI is encouraging residents to help by reporting suspicious activity. The workshop will include presentations in the morning and an actual controlled improvised explosive device detonation in the afternoon at the Hawaiian Rock Quarry. We all know how bad some spots around Guam's roads can be, and the ribbon was cut, signifying the completion of the Chalambalako resurfacing project in Machinao, Dededo. The more than $197,000 project included milling and paving of the roadway. It only took less than a month for Hawaiian Rock Product and the Department of Public Works to finish the road improvements there. Superintendent John Fernandez said he plans to, quote, pull the trigger to determine the future of Guam's high-risk status sometime in the next year. He met with the United States Department of Education risk management officials during a trip to Washington last week.
And pulling the trigger means exercising a provision in our special conditions that allows us to formally request the reconsideration of our special conditions, and that means USAID will have to come in with their inspector general, with their legal counsel, and so forth, come in and examine our progress in order to take an action to either reduce, the requirements of the special conditions, remove the third party, wholly or in part, and get that process going. I told them we've never been in this situation before, so it'll be a learning process for us, a learning process for US DOE as well. And I said the worst they can say is no, but I think that we've made tremendous progress.
The risk management officials plan to visit Guam in July to validate whether DOE is demonstrating the progress it has reported in weekly calls. Fernandez said after years of working to address the issues, the department needs to move forward and request reconsideration, even if only in certain areas. In honor of Autism Awareness Month, the head of the autism community together, Major Joe Bloss, speaks out about the issue, resources, and needs to address autism in Guam.
Being a parent with a son with autism, it makes a big difference to know other people that you can talk to about what you're going through or maybe what your child is experiencing.
Major Josephine Blas says that's what drew her to the organization Autism Community Together, where she now serves as its president.
For myself, when I became a member, my son was 2, and I didn't really know where to go. So there was an autism fair, just like the one we had this past Saturday, so I decided to go down and get as much information I could, and I signed up for the autism community. And so they started putting me on their email list and inviting me to several events. And the first event I went to was just a huge eye-opener, because when I talked to other parents, I realized our kids are very much the same.
The organization also opened her eyes to the resources available right here on the island.
There's a lot of resources out there. Just in our fair alone, we had over 44 resource partners. The Department of Education has their special education division. There's also the Guam Intervention Center. That's where I would recommend, if you think your child might be autistic, get them tested, and the Guam Early Intervention Center does that.
Now, despite the limited resources available, she says there is a growing need for services after high school, especially as the number of autism diagnoses increases.
As our children get older, obviously the parents are getting older. Our support network out there is getting older. So we don't know when the child gets older if they're going to have that support network. So we want to see about creating maybe group homes or other training opportunities that can try to help them be as independent as possible.
She says a partner organization, Hunter Speaks, has been working with Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. to provide more resources and has successfully helped pass legislation creating the island's first autism center. It's also pushing for legislation that would mandate insurance companies to cover the services provided there. She encourages families with children with autism to attend a family fun day on April 30th. For more information, you can call Major Josephine Blas. Her number is 687-1284. That's 687-1284, or by email at autismcommunityguam@gmail.com.
In this next story, Joe Nugancharfras introduces us to the second 2017 GDOE Teacher of the Year finalist. Here's more from the home of the Voyagers.
A touch of class. 2017 Teacher of the Year finalist.
My name is Melissa Camacho. I teach 8th grade reading at Jose Rios Middle School. I am a GDOE 2017 finalist for Teacher of the Year. This is our Blackout Poetry Board. In third quarter, we covered poetry.
Camacho has been at the PD school for 5 years and has been teaching for a total of 8. She says the inspiration to be a middle school educator came from a teacher that invested time in her when she was hanging out with the wrong crowd.
It wasn't about social studies or language arts. It was about my personal well-being, and that really stuck with me. It has stuck with me all the way through college. So that's why I wanted to get into teaching, so that even more important than reading, I might be able to reach a kid the way that teacher reached me.
Like many teachers, she says that reaching parents is one of her biggest challenges.
We have a lot of parents who are very connected with their kids, and they want to be as connected with them here at school as they are at home. And we're very grateful for those parents. But then we also have those who work all day and all night and who might not have a working phone, or they're moving around all the time. And so when we need to contact those parents to help their kids, it's hard. And it often falls on just the teachers and our counselors here at school to get those kids through. I think that's probably my biggest struggle.
As for how Camacho felt when she heard her name called as a finalist,
I just felt really proud that I get to represent all of these other amazing teachers. And my teachers, they get to see me, and I was their student. So I was just filled with a lot of joy that day.
For Camacho, teaching is
like making an investment at the bank, because the more you put in, the more growth you hope to get out, and you lose some along the way, but at the very end you get to see how much growth you have made, and it's worth it.
A touch of class. 2017 Teacher of the Year finalist.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll rehash some of the big stories of the past week, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers report.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
Why is tourism Guam's #1 industry? Tourism benefits our economy. Visitors come to our shores to experience our island. More tourist spending means more dollars flowing into our economy. Tourism creates jobs. From bell service to front desk to tour agents, more jobs mean more opportunities. Tourism builds businesses. From hotels to shops to restaurants, more businesses mean more dreams come true. Tourism preserves our culture. In the visitor industry, culture takes center stage. Celebrating our culture means keeping our traditions alive. Tourism keeps our land and waters clean. It all adds up. Tourism improves our quality of life. It helps make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Tourism works for Guam.
Hafide, and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past week. And amazing news coming from the Department of Corrections, Nick?
Right, historical actually, Krystal. More than 25-year-old consent decree finally terminated. Chief Judge Francis Gatewood in the district court on Thursday announcing that she will dismiss their motion request by both the federal and local governments to finally throw out that case, that order put on the Department of Corrections after a slew of problems that prison has faced for the past couple of decades.
Can I just say that consent decree is as old as Issa and Brittany? Almost as old as myself. And Issa, what were you up to today?
Okay, this weekend, so we were actually all there for the Guam United Airlines
United Guam Marathon.
Yeah, marathon. And so towards the end of the event, people saw this low helo flying across Tumon Bay. Kind of had some people freaked out. Some people thought it was cool. Some people were just kind of like worried, like, what is this helo doing? So we actually called the National Guard and the Joint Region Marianas. They said it wasn't their own helicopter. They weren't really sure whose it was. Later on, we found out it belonged to the Canadian Navy, and they had a destroyer out here just passing through the region. And so they said that everything was okay, it followed FAA regulations, but we actually spoke to an FAA representative, and he said that he's not so sure about that. He's not sure what they were doing, but standard FAA regulations say that helicopters aren't supposed to fly below 500 feet, especially in densely populated areas, especially like the beach that day. There were over 4,000 runners that participated.
I was there, and I was one of the people shooting with my cell phone, and we actually saw the gentleman on the helicopter waving. My boyfriend is the one that shot the video that we actually used. Myself, I did more stories on the Archdiocese of Agana, but it was kind of a good news story. Again, the Archdiocese of Agana now has a third-party custodian to oversee their settlement fund, and this third party is known as Hope and Healing Guam. You'll find the number on our website. I can't remember it. But basically, it's this nonprofit group that'll take care of the clergy sex abuse cases. So say you don't want to go to court and you don't want to deal with a lengthy legal battle. I mean, it can re-victimize the victim. That's what we're being told. And so maybe you want to do do it privately, you want to heal in your own way, this nonprofit, you call them, you make your claim, they direct you to a psychologist and all the other services and settlement, of course. And the Archdiocese of Vigaña has assured that they'll keep this settlement fund healthy. Again, we're seeing David Lujan, at least David Lujan's clients, the ones that have filed suit, they're all upgrading their lawsuits from $5 million to $10 million. But again, we're also hearing that David Lujan might settle he's optimistic with this Hope and Healing Guam program, and we don't know what's to come. So we're also seeing more victims. We're near 50. And speaking of church, I know that Brittany did something for the very first time this week relative to the church.
So this morning it was my first time participating in the Good Friday trek. Went up to the top of Mount Lam Lam. So you can expect that. That will be the next 360 package. That'll be released this weekend. And also, I just wanted to mention, as you guys know, it's very exciting. KUAM News is now streaming live on Facebook at 6 p.m. And also Instagram Live. So you guys can follow us, KUAM News, on Instagram to get more of a behind-the-scenes look.
So Nick and I are actually the first to try that this week.
Right,
It was super fun. We love hearing from you guys, but we're going to do our best to still deliver the
down
news.
some of the things that
You
we
can
shouldn't
like,
be
you can
saying.
comment.
We can like, we love the hearts, we love the hearts. And again, if you have any news tips for us here on the news desk, you can email us at reporters@kuam.com. It's that simple.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
We shall, in each of these articles, find the proa worthy of our admiration and a place amongst the mechanical productions of the most civilized nations where arts and sciences have most eminently flourished. In that one sentence, we find out that we were canoe builders, we were sailors, we were navigators, that we were simplistic in nature, but we were ingenious in our creativity.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
People are talking about the new Buick. With 4 fresh new models to choose from. And what are they saying?
The new Buick is so cute.
Love the new Buick. Does it do it?
Sweet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Get 16% below MSRP on select 2017 Buick SUVs in stock. That's over $6,600 below MSRP on this Envision. Visit AutoSpot Buick today.
2 things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
On Saturday, April 1st at around 1 in the morning, officers from the Tumon Precinct Command responded to 251 Happy Landing Road in Tumon in reference to a robbery with injuries. Now, according to the police report, officers arrived at scene and noted a female victim bleeding from her wrist and her leg. Police reports indicated that at around 1 in the morning, the victim arrived home with another female and parked her car. As the victim was about to exit from the driver's side door, an unknown male approached her and attempted to grab the victim's purse. A struggle ensued between the victim and the suspect over the purse, in which the suspect pulled the victim out from the car and dragged her to the ground. While on the ground, the victim indicated that the suspect began striking the victim throughout her body, in which she stated that she felt as she was being stabbed. The suspect eventually gained control over the purse and was seen fleeing over a wall towards an unknown direction. The victim only described the suspect to be possibly local and was last seen wearing a red or orange hooded sweater. As a result of the robbery, the victim sustained lacerations to her left wrist and a 3-inch puncture wound to her left calf area and was later treated at the Guam Memorial Hospital for her injuries. Now, the Guam Police Department and the Guam Crime Stoppers needs the community's help in reference to this robbery. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
Take on the unseen with a car that checks your blind spots. The Nissan Maxima, Altima, and Sentra.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance events. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Attention drivers, Triple J Auto Group has a shipload of vehicles on the way and need to make room. Now is your chance to get absolute year-end pricing during Triple J Shipload Sale. That's right, year-end closing pricing on the latest 2017 models and all remaining 2016s. New cars as low as $86 per paycheck and used cars as low as $68 per paycheck during our Shipload Sale. See PD and print ad for details or visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Triple J Auto Group, customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy birthday to you, Alvin James Pangaline, and happy birthday to my one-of-a-kind husband, making my life so colorful, exciting, and passionate. Love always, Bert. Happy birthday to you, Amber Rages, turning 2 this weekend. Happy birthday to you, Bobby Jean Leon Guerrero. Happy birthday to our beauty queen from the family. And last but not least, happy birthday, Zeta St. Augustine. Love the family. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. And that's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.